Hey guys, today we're going to be doing something. You want to know why? Because it's my birthday, that's why. Yes, it has been 14 years since I existed. And before that, the life could have been better. But now that I'm born, life's going to get worse for most people, especially for me. So to celebrate my birthday, I decided to do something a little special and mention every movie, well, the number one movie, in my opinion, from each year I was alive, which would mean it would go from 2005 to 2018, because 2019 is still going, and we still are looking for movies that I'm still getting through. And really, though, you see, let's give an example. Let's say 2003. In 2003, my number one favorite movie is The Return of the King. My favorite movie from 1980 is Star Wars Episode 5, something like that. And we'll go from 2005, when I was born, and the number one, all the way through to 2018. And then at the end, I will just say bye and do all that and all. So let's get this list started. So for 2005, we have Revenge of the Sith. Now, a lot of people are going to say why you chose Revenge of the Sith over stuff like, let's say, Batman Begins. Well, you see, stuff like Batman Begins are fine on itself, but Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith is way better at it. One reason, it's like the best in the entire prequel trilogy, because the prequel trilogy in general is actually pretty bad. Revenge of the Sith, however, is the one movie that actually works. Because, really though, it literally ends the prequel trilogy, and it tells us how Anakin actually turns into Darth Vader, with some really dope lightsaber battles, some dope effects, dope characters, and yes, the introduction of Darth Sidious's actual character is introduced too. If there's anything I have to say about this movie, it's that I didn't like the way they killed off Padme. That was kind of dumb. I also wasn't a fan of, let's say, the fight with Yoda and Darth Sidious. It's a good fight, no doubt, but at the time nowadays, I feel like it's starting to get old. But the other fights are just downright wonderful. 2006 is the 007 Casino Royale. The one that introduced Daniel Craig for James Bond, which actually was pretty good. This movie is so wonderful for Daniel Craig's performance. He isn't better than Sean Connery in my opinion, but he is still the James Bond we all love today. And we all can agree he will always be the best modern James Bond for today. Because Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan were not so good James Bonds. So that's why I prefer Casino Royale to have Daniel Craig. It's just well fun. It is the great James Bond movie about the casino fight and all, and it has some really cool stuff in it. It's not as cool as the Sean Connery ones, but it still is a fun hit. 2007 is SpiderMan 3. Just like Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, this is very controversial, as a lot of people are going to tell me why you chose this as your fifth. Well, this is so underrated. This is probably the most underrated superhero movie of all time because of its awesome action in it. It has some really cool stuff. It really gives us the effort we all love. It introduces Venom and Sandman, who are two very cool villains. And it even gives us the black Spider-Man suit, which is pretty cool. I don't get why people are saying this is a bad Spider-Man movie. It really isn't. I mean, sure, there are a few things that Peter Parker shouldn't do here and there, but that's all just stupid, okay? The movie is great at its own, and it has a real good style to it. So I really don't understand why people are saying it's bad. I want to hear a comment on why people are calling this movie bad so I can actually understand it. Because, man, there is nothing about this movie that I hate. 2008, of course, is The Dark Knight. This is the shit of 2008. Like, seriously though, it's freaking Batman at its darkest. The Dark Knight is so dark, so edgy, so cool. It's just wonderful. While Christian Bale's Batman performance isn't better than Michael Keaton's performance, the styles and visuals are way cooler Because, seriously though, it's The Dark Knight. The effects, the action, the Batman, the other characters, and my god, I should save the best character for last. The frickin' Joker. The frickin' Joker is awesome in this movie. He is horrifying too, but mostly because of his performance is so good. Heath Ledger does a great job portraying Joker. I wish he was still alive so we could portray him in the new Joker movie coming out, but I'm fine with this. Really though, the Joker's performance in this movie is wonderful. And the whole movie itself is great to watch too. I would recommend it for those who haven't seen it, but I doubt anybody watching this video hasn't seen The Dark Knight. 2009 is up. Yeah, I know there's Avatar and all that, but Up takes the lead because it is the first Pixar movie to have animation so neatly made like this. It feels like something you would see out of a, let's say, a live action movie that puts CGI in it for itself. Now we did get Wall-E, which had great CGI and all, but that movie had CGI that's simple for Pixar, and it came up before Up came out. Up started the animation company with animation that's so neatly made, and it has that dope stuff in it. Like, seriously though, a story about a house floating up with balloons, just how crazy is that? And let's be honest, as you can see from the poster, it already looks like a true epic story and movie. It's just so weird yet so fun to watch. And 2010 is Toy Story 3. This is by far my all-time favorite Toy Story movie of all time because it literally concludes the Toy Story story we all love. Now, yes, there is Toy Story 4, but we really did not really expect or ask for a fourth Toy Story movie. This concluded the actual Toy Story that is memorable with really cool stuff. It had some dope effects like I just mentioned in Up, and it's had a sad story too. But all that sad stuff makes the movie so much fun to watch. I remember watching this as a kid and just thinking to myself, my god, this movie is shit. Like, it is the shit of all time. Like, damn. Such a good movie. 2011 is an Oscar performance of Moneyball. Now, there are a lot of fun movies I can think about in 2011. In my opinion, though, Moneyball takes the cake. Because it's about Brad Pitt. We don't really see Brad Pitt in too many stuff nowadays as we did back then. We don't really see him in as many movies as my other favorite actors. But we see him in this movie, and it's his best, probably. Because the performance, the very interesting story that's taken in this movie, it all adds up for my favorite sport of all time. We got stuff like The Sandlot and all, but this is really a really interesting story that we all can think about. I mean, it's based off a true story of baseball. True stories of baseball are all good. The Sandlot had a story that felt like a true story but wasn't. This is a true story, and it's great at that. 2012 is The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, before you all start putting your pitchforks up, let me explain. I had to give it a tie between The Amazing Spider-Man and The Avengers. The reason I put up The Amazing Spider-Man was because The Avengers introduced The Avengers, and that's all great by itself. I just think I'd rather put The Amazing Spider-Man up because I saw it before I saw Avengers. And with that being said, it's my opinion better than the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man franchise. I put The Avengers here too, but I need to pick one, so I just went random. I went with Amazing Spider-Man. Avengers is a great movie and all, but Amazing Spider-Man is up here because it's Spider-Man's at its best for now. And yeah, all that shit is mentioned. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just move on. 2014 is Guardians of the Galaxy. This has to be one of the best MCU comedies ever. Like, seriously though, Guardians of the Galaxy doesn't just focus on comedy though. It focuses on really cool action, really cool characters, and my god, the performances. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord is the best we've all wanted. Zoe Saldana as Gamora is awesome. Dave Bautista as Drax is like the crap of all time. Vin Diesel as Groot just doesn't get better. Or how about Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon? Now that is incredible at that. Guardians of the Galaxy is so good that I literally have only 2 words to describe this movie. Dope shit. Or how about other 2 words? Badass. How about, I got 2 more words. Hilarious comedy. It's all that. And it's a movie that can never get old, even when I become an adult. So, is it better than any other MCU movie? Probably not, but it still holds up very geniusly. 2015 is Star Wars Episode 7. This finally gave us the new prequel trilogy, the sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy is way better than the prequel trilogy because it has some really good action. This is by far one of my all-time favorite Star Wars movies because of all of its action. Okay? Like, seriously though. People call this not as much action as the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. In my opinion, it is going for that. Look at this movie. Just look at it. It looks so cool. I mean, the new lightsaber battles, the new characters. They've introduced new stuff to this movie, and all that new stuff is so fun to watch. I mean, I barely don't know what else to say about this movie. It's just that fun to watch. Especially once we get to the other Star Wars movies like The Last Jedi and upcoming Rise of Skywalker. When I finally get to see The Rise of Skywalker, I'll hope they finish the sequel trilogy good. If they don't, I'm just gonna be mad. But I doubt they would. Like, how would they piss off a Star Wars fan like me? 2016, Captain America Civil War. My god, I love this movie. It is so much fun to watch. The battles, the war, Captain America, Tony Stark, Black Widow, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, War Machine, Vision, Bucky, Hawkeye, Black Panther, and the #1 new superhero for the MCU, Spider-Man. They're all here for the battle of a lifetime. This movie cannot get any cooler for Captain America and all. It's just so much fun to watch. It's like the best Captain America movie ever to be introduced with Captain America. Or so we think by 2016. Any other better MCU movie with Captain America? I don't know. But 2017 gave us SpiderMan Homecoming, which is a great movie. It's actually my favorite MCU movie by 2018. Now, 2019 did give us the shit we all wanted for the MCU, which is better. Just Spider-Man Homecoming is just still a fun movie to watch. Now, Spider-Man Homecoming, Tom Holland does the best at Spider-Man. He does the performance so good, we all enjoy it. I also love how they gave us Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man again to perform with Spider-Man in a movie. That's a wonderful idea. Or Michael Keaton playing the Falcon. Well, no, not Falcon, sorry, I think something else. Vulture. Isn't that something? All the stuff they put in this movie is so much fun that, again, like Guardians of the Galaxy, it can never get old at all. For 2018, before I put it up, let me remind you all, I did have a hard time with 2018 picks like I did with 2012 picks. So, be alarmed, my favorite of 2018 is Ready Player One. A lot of people are going to get pissed at me, and I know why. But look, I love Ready Player One, okay? This would be a tie between Ready Player One and Avengers Infinity War, because that movie's also the shit. But I put Ready Player One over it, I just found it more impressive and all. This has to be the most underrated movie of all time. It's so good and so much fun to watch. So I don't really understand why people are saying it's bad. There's nothing about this movie that's bad. Nothing about it that's horrible. I barely can tell any bad thing about this movie. It's just wonderful to watch, and I'm really sick of people saying it's bad, when obviously it's not. Well, I hope that was good enough for you. Thanks for watching. I am so sorry this made no sense to you all, but it makes no sense to me. I made it like this. This is my opinion. Anyway, just happy birthday to me. Glad you all watched this video. If you didn't watch this video, I'm fine with that. Oh, also, I'm really expecting some nice comments on ideas for my YouTube channel to improve. That's a birthday gift I want from you subscribers. To comment down below and give me ideas to improve my channel so I can actually get this channel better over time. Please, that's one birthday present I'm asking for. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, guess I better get to going.